All right, guys. I know you've seen the title. Well, hopefully you've seen the title. In my last video, I did something about Robinhood and you being able to bet on sports games called prediction markets. But I have to update you guys on the situation, and this is very interesting. As you know, if you want to see my previous videos, now Robinhood allows you to bet on sports games. They call it prediction markets. So technically it would still be classified under trading/investing, but we all knows what this is. But in this particular video, I'm letting you know, hey, this is at a point where now, if you're under certain states, you're not actually allowed to take part in this. And I'll give you an example. In my state is one of them. When I end up trying to, place a bet, keep in mind, if you want to see a detailed video of how it works, you can just check the suggested videos. But let's just say Minnesota. I think Minnesota is going to win. And then I will put quantity amount. So it lets me know. It lets me know for the quantity amount. One contract is 50 cents. If I'm correct, the payout would be $1. So if I just change the quantities, $2 would be the payout. If I change the amount to, whatever you can see. So when I change it, push it to 1, and I end up swiping up, you'll see it says this event contract is currently unavailable to trade in your states. So I was just like, what? What's going on? So I did a little research, and apparently this seems to be a legal thing. So when I did some research to, save you guys some time, and I'll just, hopefully I pulled it up so it wouldn't take that long. Let's see, tab. Hopefully this is the right one. I think it is. So tabs. Okay, great. Now this is the situation. When I looked up the situation to find out what's going on, it says Maryland Lottery and Game Order stops of sports event contracts offering. It says the commission issued letters to Kalshi, Robinhood, and Crypto.com conducting businesses and to cease operations within these states. So currently there are 6 states that got a cease and desist letter, letting them know that basically they feel as they need to stop offering sports events contracts, because they would classify it more as they need a license gambling, or it's a permit or license that you would need to end up doing sports betting. And as far as the state looks at it, they looking at, hey, they're basically saying, it says Maryland Lottery and Gaming informs 3 companies that the sports event prediction market offers its online platforms are indistinguishable from sports wagering because they are based on the outcomes of sports events. This existence of these markets by Maryland law, which defines sports wagering and permits to be offered only by licensed operators. So keep in mind that with the sports betting, a lot of the way the current setup is, like 15% of the income, the taxable income, is supposed to go to education funds for the state and stuff like that. So the state's saying, we have a problem, and the states end up sending a letter and that nature. And then we also see Robinhood trying to, in their defense, argue back. And they issued, they're suing some states who claim for unlawfully blocking its prediction market. Just as regulators has clashed over whether crypto tokens or securities are commodity, the court must now decide if events contracts are regulated derivatives, which are contracts, or state-controlled governor products. A win with Robinhood will strengthen the case for federal oversight that would bring prediction markets further into the mainstream. So this seems to be a battle, okay, because like I said, right now it's Robinhood it's kind of classified as derivative or commodities, which is like gold, silver. It's in that particular market, so that scope is more on a federal level. But the state is saying the way an application, this is functioning as just as if you were playing sports betting. That's what it is. And the state is saying we deemed it as sports betting, so therefore you have to follow the sports betting rules. Robinhood saying, hey, this is not sports betting. We got our authority from, I think it was Commission Trading, and I put a note so you got. And by the way, I'm kind of doing this video relatively quickly, so no edits. So just kind of bear with me a little bit as far as I had some notes. So this is kind of just a snapshot of everything that I just said. It says facts. Maryland regulators ordered Robinhood, Kalshi, and Crypto.com to stop offering sports event contracts, ruling they are unlicensed gambling. At the same time, Robinhood has filed lawsuits in November in Nevada and New Jersey after regulators there also blocked its event contracts. And the states was Nevada, New Jersey, Maryland, I think Illinois, and some other ones. Those was the 2 articles. So this is just a summary of the articles that I just recently went over. So the issue is, are events federal regulated derivatives under the Commodity Exchange Act, or are they state controlled gambling products subject by law? So, and basically it says the reasoning states, the states argue that contracts functions like sports wagering and therefore must follow age, because to gamble, I think you have to be 21. I think you only have to be 18 to get stocks. Follow age, geolocation, and tax requirements imposed on licensed sports bets. Robinhood and Kalshi argued they are federally approved products under CFTC oversight, and the federal presumption prevents states from blocking them. Courts have split. Nevada and New Jersey judges granted injunction for Kalshi, while Maryland District Court denied one, affirming states' power over regulated gambling. Appeals are impending. So, like you guys, I definitely wanted to keep you updated. So if you've seen this error, and by the way, they don't allow, keep in mind, they did allow me to do this before, because I did it with presidential gambling, and that's not presidential gambling, but I did this regarding the presidential election. I also did this regarding March Madness. You can check the suggested videos. But now, no matter what topic, no matter which category, this is like the fight right now, because in my state there's no way to get around. There is one particular way that you can get around and place these bets if you're in one of those states that doesn't allow it. So make sure you check out in my next video. There is one way, or interesting way, where you can end up getting these contracts, but I'll save that for my next video. But let me know, what do you think? Are you with the state side? Are you with Robinhood side? Do you think it's gambling, trading, investing? Make sure you drop it down in the comments below. But as you can see, if you're one of those 6 states, try to swipe up, you're going to get the error. This event contract is currently unavailable to trade in your state. So right now, I would have, showed you guys, the outcome and all that other stuff. But in my state, currently unavailable. So I had to do this video. I know initially I want to say 5 days ago, I told you guys about it. So I thought, hey, since I can't, get access or it's unavailable in my state, it only makes sense to do a video. But that concludes this video. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new, make sure you subscribe to my channel.